Howdy YouTube, it is Charles here. Today we're doing another action figure unboxing. In honor of Black History Month, we're doing another black character. I believe last week we did my Grandmaster Flash unboxing from Retro Action. Check that out if you can. Today we're doing a professional wrestler, an iconic professional wrestler from AEW Wrestling. She is a multiple-time TBS champion, the first female double champion in AEW, and one of the inaugural women's tag team champions. I am talking about Willow Nightingale. This is a figure from the time it was announced. I knew I had to get it. Really the only figure from this line that I was interested in. This is the Unrivaled Series 17 line, which includes Adam Copeland. I already have a version of Adam Copeland I'm pretty happy with, so I'm not going to get that one. Ricky Starks, now known as Ricky Saints. I have his first action figure. Willow Nightingale, of course. We have Christian Cage with the tan jacket and the TNT Championship. Kill Switch. And, of course, Swerve Strickland with the AEW World Championship. So without further ado, let's get into the box here. Oh, also on the back, you have a big picture here with a signature. So the way that I do these unboxings is I have three criteria. First, we talk about appearance, likeness to the character, how well that is, scale, so on and so forth. Articulation. And then the last criteria is accessories. Here we go. Got her out of the box here. Get a good look at this action figure. One thing right off the bat that I will say is it really captures Willow Nightingale's personality. She is known as having a big, bright, bubbly personality and a huge smile that's just infectious. And if you look at this face scan here, they really capture that. The big white smile, the big hair, multicolored hair. Beautiful. And her gear. Her wrestling attire is very bright and bold. And if you compare it to the actual attire that she wears, it is identical. Yeah. I mean, as far as likeness and accuracy goes, this is spot on. And I like the fact as well that they created a new body mold for her, because one thing that I do not like in a lot of action figure lines, especially when it comes to professional wrestling, is that if a character is smaller, they'll give him bigger biceps and make them a muscle monster. Or if they're a little heavier, they will trim them down. Or whatever the case. With her, they, captured her shape. She is a little bit bigger woman, still very athletic. And like I said, I love the fact that you're not going to see this body mold on another character, at least not now. Not too many professional wrestlers that are built like her, which again makes it stand out for the individuality. You can see the hair texture is spot on. Yeah, as far as appearance goes, and we have her doing the peace sign here with the hands. As far as the appearance goes, I give this an A+. A great looking action figure. I think if anything else, what they could have done is maybe change the texture up some on this. Maybe make the lace parts raised a little bit. But that's just a nitpick. But I give this definitely an A+. Now, as far as articulation goes, it is standard fare. As far as the AEW Jazwares line, the head is on a ball joint. We have plenty of movement. We have, great flexibility back and forth. Back is hindered a little bit by the hair, but that's to be expected. And then going down to the shoulders go up and down, and they swivel all the way around. We have a cut between the shoulder and the bicep for horizontal movement. We have pinned, double jointed elbows, so you can get that full motion there. The wrist goes round and round and back and forth. I'm going to change out this peace signal for one of the fists here. And the hands interchange pretty easily, and they pop in very securely. Here we go. And then you go to the torso. It is on a swivel for the upper torso. And then one thing that you don't see a lot with these action figures, this is actually very, very different here, is the hip swivels and actually moves all the way around. And the reason why that is so different here, let me see if I can get my hands on another AEW action figure as an example. Let's see, who do we have here? We'll go with Pop. You see, while the upper torso has the swivel on all the action figures, the hip movement is next to none because it is a piece that is meant to pop on and off. And so you really don't get any left to right movement at the hips because it is a piece that kind of swivels in there so you can get back and forth and side to side, but no twisting motion. Whereas here, this is more like a Mattel Elite. We have the swivel on the upper torso here, but if you look at the hips, they go round and round. And I would not feel comfortable actually removing them because this is clearly built different. We don't have that stiff swivel on the hips that the rest of the AEW Jazwares line has. So that is why we do these point-by-point comparisons so you can see the difference in detail here. So going down from the hips, you have the legs on the ball joint. We have a cut in the thigh for left to right movement. Double jointed, pinned knees. And we actually get a full range of motion despite the knee pads, which I like. Now, another thing with a nitpick here is if you look here at the back of the knees, you will notice that where these hinges are, it's black and pink on the back of her leg. And so if you look under that knee pad, you will see that color from the boots goes up into the leg. I think they could have easily painted the top part of that joint or did something with it. That's a little bit of a faux pas there. I guess that would fall under appearance, so we take maybe the plus off of the A, though. Still a great looking action figure. So like I said, double jointed pinned knees. We have a cut at the very top of the boot here. I like when the cut is placed at the top of the accessory here. This adds to the realism. And the feet, they actually have a great motion back and forth. Look at how far we get that foot back at the ankle. And we have a slight side to side. So yeah, I'm glad that we took a look at the articulation. We have that big difference in the hip. I don't know if that's just for Willow or if that's something we're going to continue to see in the AEW Jazwares line. And so we're going to talk about accessories, of which really there are none. She comes with swappable hands. We have the peace sign right here and the open hand that she comes with. And we have fists. But she is not a wrestler that has a fancy in-ring jacket or anything like that. So there's really not much to expect there. I like the hands. I like the inclusion of a fist and her peace signal. So yeah, they're serviceable. I'll give them an A. So overall, I think this is a great action figure. I actually found it at Walmart.com in the $25 range. So that is a great deal. I like the originality of it. I like how they capture their character in essence, and how it looks not quite the same as everything else. One of the better AEW Jazwares action figures I've unboxed. Something that is going to be on the front row of my collection. I think they knocked it out of the park here. So that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this Willow Nightingale action figure, if you got your hands on it yourself, and what is your favorite AEW Jazwares action figure that you collect. I will see you guys next time. Happy Black History Month. And until then, keep buying them action figures and keep watching our wrestling. I am out.